Bonus lesson: standing on your square and knowing your rights in public spaces. Peace, love, and light, Royals. Today, I want to share a real-life situation that happened to me while waiting for the bus, a perfect example of why knowing and asserting your rights is so important. The incident: security guard tried to enforce a non-existent rule. So my brother and I were standing in the doorway of the bus transit center, just waiting to stay warm until the bus arrived. We weren't blocking the door. We weren't bothering anyone. We were just minding our business. Then here comes security, telling us we have to either go outside or come inside, but we couldn't stand in the doorway. Now why? There was no sign saying people couldn't stand there. It's a public transportation center, owned by the people for the people. Standing in a doorway isn't a crime. Translation: he just wanted to exert authority where he had none. How I handled it: standing on my square. First, I ignored him. He walked away, but then he came back because he realized I wasn't moving. Then he threatened to get the police. I told him to do what he needed to do. My brother, being a little shook, decided to leave, but I stood my ground because I knew I was in the right. Sure enough, after his little power trip failed, he sat himself down because there was nothing he could legally do. The lesson: public property belongs to the people, not private security. Public spaces like transit centers belong to the public. Security guards do not make the law, they enforce policies, which are not laws. Unless you're causing harm or committing a crime, they cannot legally remove you. Legal backing: 42 U.S.C. Park 1983. It is illegal for any person acting under color of law to deprive someone of their rights. Public versus private property. Security has authority over private property, but in public spaces, they must prove a law is being broken. Key takeaway: people only have power over you if you allow them to. Why this empowered me even more. After that situation, it only confirmed what I already knew. Most people don't challenge authority because they assume they have to comply. Most security guards, police, and government workers assume you don't know your rights. When you stand firm in your knowledge, you take back control. This is why I do these lessons, because once you know your rights, you move differently. Final thoughts: never give away your power. When you know you're in the right, stand on it. Never let people intimidate you into submission when you're not breaking any laws. The system thrives on fear. Once you remove fear, you remove their control. This wasn't a major situation, but it was a reminder that the smallest acts of resistance are powerful. And trust me, I'm just getting started. Peace, love, and light.